Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make a buying decision. Now, all of the business details, which include the type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included in the sale can be found on the business listing. To view this information, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which is listed in the video thumbnail and the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And if after listening you want to take an even deeper dive into the business to perform your due diligence before potentially purchasing this business, you can unlock this listing to look through all of the business information, which includes the domain, the products, the P&L, and more. So can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
My history was in the FMCG market. So I started a coconut water company and a ice cream company, stayed in those for around 8 years, exited them in 2016 as I saw the opportunity in e-commerce and that you wouldn't necessarily have a huge team and a big office like we did with the prior brands. So I moved into e-commerce. Primarily, I'm Amazon FBA, started a water bottle company, ran that from 2016 until late 2019, had a nice exit from that, took a little break, and then saw the opportunity for running the business or starting the business that is now up for sale. Saw a huge opportunity in the beauty cosmetic space and went ahead and started the business.
So why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
A family member is in need of a little bit of help financially. Yeah, I would like to exit a little bit earlier than I normally would have because there's a lot of growth potential in the business, as well as a few products that we already had lined up to launch that have already been researched, sourced, branded, packaged. Yeah, that's why I wanted to sell the business earlier than I would have normally wanted to.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
Typically, I spend most of my time on product development. As I said previously, we already have a few products ready to go, packaged, branded, sourced in China with a new supplier. Great profit margins under the brand. Other than that, I do PPC, which is pretty easy. Well, very easy actually with this brand because it's quite simple to understand the language and the specific demographic of who's going to be buying the product. So yeah, it's not a hard task to optimize the PPC because of the profit margins are so good as well. You've got nice opportunity to trial some spending into some broader language with your PPC.
Now, if you were to keep the business, what are some ways you would try to grow it?
The main place I would focus on is our Shopify website. We haven't focused on it at all. And I think the opportunity for TikTok ads, Facebook ads, and driving traffic to the Shopify store is huge. Really, right now, it's only just been there as social proof for anyone that wanted to shop on Amazon so they could go and check the brand out on a website if they wanted to. There hasn't been any funnels set up, no sales pages really, no upsells, no cross sales, nothing. So that would be, for me, it looks like, well, it is a sleeping giant for the business that I would certainly focus on if I were to stay running the business. Second of all would just be to keep, like I said previously, growing the product range. The brand's really strong. The customer base love it. So I would just keep on building into a category that's growing over, I think, 4% a year at the moment, the beauty category. So yeah, I would just keep on growing the product range and expanding into more and more of a foothold with the brand inside of that category.
And what are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
I've run quite a few businesses in my life, and I would say that, well, there's always risk, isn't there, in business, of course. The biggest risk with this business, I would say just not taking advantage of it, in the best way that you can. Yeah, I think the opportunity is so large that really the only risk is not taking a hold of that opportunity as quickly and as kind of forcefully as you can. So yeah, with a brand like Embla, I wouldn't necessarily say, there really are any risks. I would just sort of barrage on headfirst and just grow the brand out, because the opportunity is right there. The buyers are right there, and they're all hungry and ready to buy from brand just like us.
And how much support are you willing to offer a buyer who acquires this business?
I can certainly support. I'm passionate about business, passionate about meeting and discussing with other people that are also in the space of growing and selling brands, or, buying brands and growing them. I love discussing that sort of thing. So yeah, sure, I would be more than happy to support whoever wanted to potentially buy the business. Absolutely.
And regarding the sale of this business, just confirming you commit to a non-compete?
Yeah, I can absolutely commit to a non-compete. Yeah, that wouldn't be an issue at all.
And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
Yeah, potentially. Would depend the nature of the structure and the offer that's on the table, for sure.
Now, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
Like I said previously, I think the business has a huge potential, particularly because of the category that it's in. I think anybody with a sort of hat for e-commerce, having just a small understanding of the demographic, would see that the opportunity is huge. So yeah, if I was buying the business, I'd be actually extremely excited about the opportunity that the business has in front of it. Yeah, that's why I think the business would certainly be worth buying.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which is listed in the video thumbnail and the description. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So thanks for joining us, and until next time.